Welcome to Goat Talk Live.
I don't know. I get a little tired of hearing it, right?
The 99 is terrible. Here, I'm lacking for some reason. It's real white and flabby.
WTF. What are we doing?
Eddie, I tell everybody to listen that we're a really big deal.
Continues to grow and grow and grow.
Welcome to Goat Talk Live, everybody. We're back after an incredible July 4th holiday. We're back, and it's going to be a chill show tonight. I just feel it. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're glad to have everybody here tonight. Everybody just roll on in, get the chit-chat going. Let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on in your season. We want y'all to be chit-chatting and chatting to each other. Let's get it lively. I'm feeling lonely. You know, Pat, I don't know. You feel lonely? I want to make this feel like a big group effort. So everybody get in here and let's talk. Let's have a good time. Tell us about your fourth in chat. Tell us about what you like about the summer series, blah, blah, blah. Let's get in here and let's get with it. First off, Pat.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here tonight. I missed you. It's been 2 weeks. And
did it feel like 2 years?
Yeah.
Was that like a Freudian slip right there?
It felt like a long time.
It did? Okay.
It feels like a long time.
You always make me feel special and important, and I appreciate that about you.
You are special. There's no doubt about that.
Okay,
Super special.
You didn't have to do that.
But hope everybody had a great July 4th, celebrating our country's Independence Day, regardless of how you feel about anything that's going on in this world. There's one thing, and that's we kicked those Brits' ass back in 1776, and we showed them what's up. And we've been sorry.
Man, I hope Invets isn't tuned
Yeah.
in. You know, Sarah's from
Sorry,
she's
Sarah.
from across the pond.
Hey, but she came here, and there's a reason why she did that. But yeah, we showed them what's what, and we've been loving it ever since. So I hope y'all enjoy time with family, friends, loved ones. Shot off a couple fireworks, shot up a couple dogs with some tranquilizers.
Okay. Yeah, you got to clarify that one real quick. We're getting ready to get shut down by PETA.
Yep. So, I hope everybody had a great time. First and foremost, we got to thank SAVE22, our sponsor. We are presented by SAVE22. If you don't know about SAVE22, it must be your first time watching because, good Lord, we beat it to death and for a great reason. Those folks over at SAVE22 do a great job. I've gotten so many comments about the hat. Great design on the hat, by the way. It's so eye-catching that people ask me about it all the time when I wear it out loud. I went to get a coffee for my wife, and he's like, what is your hat? What does your hat mean? And it's like a barista. And I'm like, well, let me tell you. So pretty cool little deal. SAVE22.vet is the website, and at SAVE22vet on YouTube. I mean, even baristas are getting in on it. So
you have those in Mississippi?
Baristas?
Yeah.
That
seems awful fancy for Mississippi, man.
All right, here we go. Well, let me talk. Let me get my intro out of the way before we start this. You live in Indiana. Relax, dude.
I didn't say barista either.
It's basically Mississippi, but with a racetrack. That's what you are.
The guy at the gas station that is feeding you coffee is not a barista, Eddie.
Well, this guy was a barista, and because he had a funny hat on. So, SAVE22, go check them out. If you don't know the website, well, dadgummit, I've got a QR code here.
Yeah.
And it's right here. Bam.
Boom.
What a weird thing to do. It's such a 2025 thing to have to scan a barcode to go to a website. You used to just type it in, but now you have to scan a code with your phone, click on the link, open this up, blah, blah, blah. But there it is. If you don't know what it is, go check out their Tuesday Talk if you're a vet, if you're struggling. I've talked to a couple vets who told me their story and sent them over there. If you're a vet, what a great place to be. If you're not a vet, your friends, family of a vet, and you want to learn more about it, learn how to deal with things that you don't understand and you'll never understand, SAVE22 is a place. Go check out Tuesday Talk. I want to thank them. Got to thank Happy Hour Racing, too. Of course, Taylor Kitchen over at ATYL Media has been a huge help to us, and Goat Locker, great partner. And they are partnered up with happyhourracing.com, happyhourracing.com/ATYL. Scan that QR code. If you want to buy something NASCAR related, racing related, hey, that's the best place to do it. So go check them out. Support those who support us. Well, Pat.
Yes, sir.
What happened July 4th? Tell us about your holiday weekend.
Well, first and foremost, I think we should do. Have we ever given anything away on the show?
You want to give something away?
Well, you got to answer my question first. You can't answer a question with a question. That's against the Geneva Conventions.
I don't know if we've ever given anything away on the show.
So Jamie Lemke's in chat right now, and he says he still needs a GLR hat. And so I tell you what, Jamie, drop your address into my direct messages, and I will ship you one out.
Boom!
Easy day.
Dang, I like it.
Now, don't everybody start doing this. I'm not giving away like 30 hats tonight.
Everybody's going to be like, I don't have a hat. How do I get one of those SAVE22 hats? I think you got to host a show presented by SAVE22.
I think that's what has to happen.
Yeah. So,
but I can work with them over there too. We'll see if we can get some more swag in. But more directly to your question, Eddie, my 4th was amazing. Each and every year here in my little neighborhood, we put on the 4th of July show. So we bought about $1,000 worth of freedom.
Jesus.
And oh yeah. Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
$1,000?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wow.
Probably more. We're just going to say that's what it was because I don't really want to know what it was.
Yeah.
And a lot of our neighbors come out. We block the road off, and we launch them from the bridge right next to my house, and just had an incredible time. Had my brother over. A lot of the neighbors come out and set up. We bring the microphone and the speaker out, and we're announcing the fireworks, the next one that's going off. And
oh, really?
Oh yeah. I mean,
big. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we got the whole table set up, and we're just launching stuff left and right, and we just have a really, really good time with it, man. And so it was an incredible time. And and we woke up the next morning, and everybody could still count to 10. So everything went off safely. A couple trees might have been injured, during this whole, event, but that's okay. They'll grow back a little bit. But no, it was incredible, Eddie. How was yours?
Yeah, it was awesome. I got Terry to back up finally, and we were able to fire off some fireworks safely. Actually, no, we didn't get to do any of that. We got 2 dogs that are scared to death of fireworks, and we had already done some family stuff a weekend before, so we just stayed at the house. We grilled some burgers, and we held the dogs' ears all night. So that's how we celebrated our independence. But it was a good time. I enjoyed being off work. That's always good. Spending time with my wife, which we've been together 15 years this year, and
that's incredible.
Yeah, so we still enjoy spending time with each other. And to people, if you ask, well, how does that happen? How do you go 15 years and still like being around each other? Just don't have kids. That's it. That's the secret. Just don't have kids. I think that's. I don't know.
I got nothing on that one. I mean, I've been married 30 years, and I got a couple of them, and somehow we still enjoy each other's company. I think Brandon Wallace has been married over 30 years too.
He has. Poor woman. It's unbelievable. I think
Jamie Barkus and his wife have been married over 30 years. I mean,
really?
Yeah, and I don't know how anybody's put up with that dude for that long.
Yeah, I mean, there's some saints out there. I think it's just literal angels that live on earth, and those who are married to those 2 guys, definitely they must be.
Would Tim Jones really just say he needs a championship belt? Like, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, you actually got to win races.
Well, you got to get in races before you can win championships.
Yep,
that
you
might
got to actually, get on the track with your little steering wheel, go do the roundy rounds, and then, we'll see what we can make happen.
Oh, he's setting up amazing GT3 series, and he won't run it. It don't make any sense. I'm like, what are you doing? Wow, there needs to be race control. No, there doesn't.
Not
doesn't
for
need
GT3.
to be. No,
get out there and have fun.
One track blocker at Watkins Glen, and we need race control. It's like, no, we don't. So, yeah. So great force. Hope everybody had a good 4th. My dad said having kids can be an up and down. Which I need to find that. We posted a video, or no pictures. We took pictures when we were down there for my cousin's wedding.
Comment of the year.
We went down for my cousin's wedding, so I took the ARCA trophy down to my dad's house. We stayed in his house and took some pictures, championship pictures, with the 2 trophies. So that was really cool. I think we posted one of those pictures in one of the chats, but.
A lot of that went out via social media as well.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. He's also the Warrior Spotlight. Gosh, dog, look at me, segues. Well, you know what? This is a weird Warrior Spotlight because I've known him my whole life, so I know all this stuff. But I will say what's written here.
There we go.
My dad, Alan Smith, firefighter for 22 years. Alan served as a firefighter for over 22 years. He performed in multiple roles, including the oh my gosh, I'm going to say
Extrication.
extraction,
Extrication.
team.
Yeah.
Captain of the SBA team and fire chief. We're proud to have Alan as a part of the GLR community. Yeah, that's my dad. So, yeah, he was a firefighter. We grew up around. I mean, gosh, I felt like I was constantly in different firehouses. One in the city, which one he worked at when I was real young, and then volunteered in our community. I remember growing up so many times having all kinds of outfitted lights out on any kind of vehicle he had, so he could jump in at any moment's notice and hit the road. And as soon as he got the call, he was gone. So
Yep.
I don't think he ever missed an opportunity to go serve his community. And I can't say I'm not the most proud of him. So I definitely am. So
Not really sure what happened with his son, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
The apple. Sometimes the apple does fall from the tree. I think his was on a cliff.
You got some good ones tonight, Eddie. I mean,
Thanks.
I'm gonna give you some credit. I
Appreciate
think
it.
I'm going to spend most of the show just laughing at your one-liners.
I'll take it. Well, I tell you what, we got a lot to talk about here tonight. We'll kind of be all over the place. I kind of want to just relax, make this not so. I don't know. Let's just chill out and have a conversation, not be so strict about what we do. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're just gonna have fun. Let's see. We got Sedarius Days. I don't know how to say that name. Tell me how to say it, Sedarius. But he's in chat. He's saying, "What's going on, everyone?" Jamie Lipke said he put up a Richmond practice for the guys in case they needed the diversion for the 4th. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Kevin Price says firefighters for the win, and
Oh, you actually knew what that stood for. Nice.
You don't know what FTW stands for?
Nope. No, I do now.
LOL.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Let's see. Charles Abrams says that's BS. We raised 9 kids and have been married 33 years. Okay, all right.
Well, you had a lot to distract from each other.
Yeah.
You had a lot of distraction in there.
Dude, 9 kids is crazy. We had a guy that worked with us for a little bit. He had 11 kids. And let me tell you, this fella was crazy. He got into about 6 moving vehicle accidents in 2 calendar years, which eventually he got let go from. He drove a van in real life because he man, I don't know if it was like a what's the Scooby-Doo van? What is that? You know what I'm talking about, though. Scooby-Doo.
I do. I understand
van.
what you're saying. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
that.
he drove a van like that because he has 11 kids. It's unbelievable. I don't know what kind of Amish crap he had going on, but that was crazy. That's way too many kids.
Sounds like he just needs to put a TV in the bedroom. Something.
Anything. Sedarius Days. Okay. All
right. We'll work with that.
Cool. Got that. I'll never remember that. I'll say it Dias again. Probably the next 10, 15 minutes. But man, we got a lot of stuff going on. The summer series is kicking butt. We got a paint scheme, 87 paint scheme bracket going on. We've got a new board member that we have to talk about. We also got nonprofit goat locker stuff just coming out our ears, just nonstop. You go and just shoots out.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We'll talk a little bit about that. We've got some soapbox tonight. Can't wait for that. And all kinds of stuff. So we're already 15 minutes in, and I'm talking about what we're going to do on the show. So it's a great start. Well, we always like to start with the most important, which is the nonprofit stuff. And as always, I sort of hand it off to you, Pat. You're the mouthpiece of the organization. You're the head honcho. You're my honcho. You've been in Playgirl magazine. I've seen the spread. It's amazing. But
that was late 90s. I needed the money.
They retired the dang Tomcats, and you were like, I need something.
I needed something
to do. Yeah. Well, let's talk about it. What we got going on in the nonprofit world. We got a new board member. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So as we continue to grow, I think one of the most important things that we do is we grow the leadership team as well. I mean, everybody that's been a part of Goat Locker Racing has seen how much we've grown. We've grown to just look at what we do on a night to night basis. We went from, Goat Locker Racing started as a truck series, then it added a cup series, and now it just seems like we can't add enough racing in to accommodate everybody. Our poor admins, in dealing with the number roster for the summer series, like, all right, we're out of single digits, we're out of double digits, we're closely running out of triple digits here. I don't know what we're going to do for people's numbers. And I'm like, I don't know, but we'll figure it out one way or another. So we continue to grow and grow and grow. And so it's always important that you put people on the leadership team that can help you with the vision of the organization and advance it forward. And it was that time that we brought somebody new into the team. And so, did you put the little thing in the Google? Do we know how to pronounce
I
his
was
last
waiting on
name?
you.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
We're
you
gonna.
want me? I was waiting on you to give it a shot. Let's go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
give
give
it
it
a
a try.
shot. I'm pretty sure Gary's not tuned in, so we should be able to butcher this one pretty badly. I'm gonna say Landjet, 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 Landjet.
Well, I'll put it in the Google
Gary.
machine and we'll see what it says. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with that. So Gary, he's been serving in the Navy for over 19 years. Right now, he's going to retire within the next year. He's already founded a very successful nonprofit. He's currently right now up at the University of Notre Dame, finishing his master's in nonprofit leadership. Him and his wife are both exceptionally passionate about mental health and mental well-being of our military members, and they've been working tirelessly within those fields. And so we welcomed him aboard as the vice president of our board. And he's got a lot of really great ideas with the organization, some really great connections, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the table, how he can help us grow as a nonprofit, as an organization, so we can reach more people, so we can do more things. I have an incredible amount of goals and a very large vision, and it's great to surround myself with people that can help execute that and bring it to life. And he's just another piece to that puzzle. And as we continue to build our board of directors, we continue to try to add people that can be influential within the communities as well and help us make those connections. So we're looking at a couple of other people right now too that are connected within the racing world, to help us bring some more pieces of the puzzle together. But this is a pretty, for some people they might like, all right, because they don't pay a whole lot of attention to. I'm not going to say that. That probably sounds bad, to the board of directors and things along those lines and what we do as a nonprofit. But this is a huge step for us. To bring someone in like Gary, who was exceptionally excited about our organization, really wanted to be a part of it. It was kind of crazy to me when I had a couple conversations with him. He was like, "If you'll have me," and I'm like, "What are you, crazy? You're like way overqualified for what we're doing around here," So an incredible step for us as a nonprofit, and I can't wait to see what comes from it.
yeah, that's awesome. He's a badass too, huh?
Well, I don't know in that picture. He kind of looks like he rolled out of bed, and
Well, that's how you know he's a badass when you don't
that's
look it.
true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So, well, yeah, really excited about that, and then hopefully we'll get him on the show. We'll talk
Yeah.
to him a little bit, get him, get him ingratiated into the community. Did I use that correctly, or did I just make that up?
I don't know. It sounds like a word.
Yeah, I love it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with it. I'm gonna
Go
roll
with
with
it.
it. Get him in the community. We might have to get him a SIB rig. We're gonna have to get him to. He's gonna have to buy his own. He's on the board. He's gonna have to buy his own.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
conflict of interest.
he's
Can't
gonna
do
have
it.
to pony up though. Get him
Yeah.
a rig and get him on track or something like that. But yeah, super excited to have Gary. Man, that's such a cool thing to see. More growth out of Goat Locker. People from the outside, not involved in sim racing at all, want to be involved with Goat Locker. That just means you've transcended, just sim racing. So that's cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, and I can't say it enough. I mean, we've made leaps and bounds over the past 2 years, and when we formed the nonprofit, and I can't say enough what an incredible step this is for us, to actually interview someone and bring them onto our board. That could be, like I said, just invaluable to the team, and everybody will reap the benefits of having Gary around and the things we're going to be able to do, because we've said it many times. And we've done the in-person events and we've gone to races and things like that. And we want to add more of those things in. That all takes funding and those types of things. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get down to the part about SAVE22 and the different events and things like that. But y'all, anytime I put one of these posts up or I say things, I'm like, y'all stay tuned. And maybe everybody's tired of hearing that, but we just keep popping off news left and right. And this is big for us. So he's in Discord, so if anybody wants to shout out Gary and be like, hey, welcome to the team, I think that would be amazing. The last time we were on the show, we were like, hey, at whoever, and blow their stuff up. So at Gary, I don't know, maybe we need to have a contest who can pronounce his name the right way without asking him.
Well, I went on Google and I got Landut and other
Hmm.
pronunciations, so I have no idea. Landut, Land. I don't know. So
Yeah,
who
I'm
knows?
horrible with names. I'm
Yeah,
glad your last name's Smith.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Golly, I couldn't even say my own name if it's something like that. So,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So really, really excited about that. What else? You got the Lincoln Tech Car Show this weekend, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. The weather didn't look so great at the beginning of the week. It's actually looking a lot better for Saturday. Was texting back and forth with the guys at Lincoln Tech today, and we're a go. So we're going to be there at the Indianapolis campus. I'm going to start setting up about 3 p.m. The car show goes from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I know Devin Smith is going to be there. He's bringing a couple cars to set up next to the booth, which I think is so freaking awesome. Of course, Alexander Sexauer is going to be there because he's going to be presented his rig. And you're all like, well, hold up. We saw him put a bunch of stuff together in Discord and all that other stuff. What do you mean he's being presented his rig? We're still going to do a very public presentation because it's important. You know, he's a student there at Lincoln Tech and this whole thing coming around. So we're going to do a presentation there. He just doesn't get to go home with this one. He's already got it at home. So, and then the Ellingsons are coming down. I was actually going back and forth with Mama Ellingson today, going back and forth with Jake Ellingson, who apparently wrecked somebody for the win last night. But, you know, we'll talk about that later. It wasn't quite like that. Nobody get, feelings, you know.
It was exactly like that.
It was exactly okay. I wasn't there, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe we see Frog there. I don't know. You know, maybe we see Tim Jones come over, and I have no idea. You know, this guy over in Illinois named Logan Threkheld, he keeps bumping his gums about he thinks he's important and can do certain things, and maybe he shows up. I have no idea, but I'll put it out in Discord for those that don't tune in to hear it go talk to make sure everybody knows that that's still happening on Saturday. It should be a blast. I mean, we'll have the sim rig there. I'll have a microphone in front of me, so who knows what the hell is going to come out of my mouth.
Heck yeah.
There'll be a lot of badass cars there, so it should be an incredible time. And all the proceeds from that car show are coming right back here to Goat Locker Racing, the same as last year. So it's an incredible fundraiser for us as well. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, so you get all fired up. You're like, hey, and then you're like, nah.
Yeah.
And I was all fired up for this Saturday, and it was like, ooh, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see the pictures from it. Hopefully enough people get out there that sort of like a Charlotte's, Coca-Cola 600 type meetup with some Goat Locker folks. So that'll be a lot of fun. Sedarius Days says, Patrick, are you doing the Sim Expo? I think it's in Chicago. Are you doing the Sim Expo?
I think I am. I think I'll be up there for 5 damn days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the first weekend in September, for all of those that don't know, apparently he knows, the big Sim Expo with Alexander PCs, and it is at the Schaumburg Convention Center. Setup is that Thursday, so we'll be there setting up all day Thursday, getting everything put together with Alexander PCs. The show is all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then we will pack everything up on Monday and go about our merry way. I've talked to a lot of different people, and I'm still working on lodging and all those types of things. But if you're interested and you want to come help volunteer at the show, it is much appreciated. And we're probably going to rent a house up there, and so everybody can come together. So it'll be a nice little Goat Locker get together once again, and hope to make some incredible connections while we're there. I mean, anybody and everybody that is in the sim world, flight, farm, racing, I mean, they're all going to be there. SimCube, Husinkveld, Thrust. I mean, they're all going to be there. All Podium, all of them are going to be there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that too. And just to see what partnerships come out of it. We're going to be there with our sim, which is probably going to pale in comparison to some of the other ones that are going to be set up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But, we'll be there. And yeah. So if you've got the time and you're going to show up, come find us. It's going to be fun. And hopefully we make a lot of great connections, and hopefully we see a lot of the Goat Locker Racing family there, because any chance we can get people together, we're going to do it.
Yeah. I'm actually going to think about trying to make it out to that one. I love the idea of a Sim Expo. Obviously, I would love that, and then to kind of make Goat Locker a part of it might be worth the drive. We were going to go to Chicago for the street race, but we kind of decided against it. And so I don't know. I think I'd like to go to that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
It should be. It definitely should be. But you got to make your mind up so I can get you some credentials.
Oh, they don't have tickets you can buy?
Why would anybody from Goat Locker buy tickets?
Well, I'm just saying we could buy tickets. It wouldn't bother me.
We get credentials.
We'll get in.
Man.
All right. Well,
we're like VIPs, man. We're there with Alexander PCs is the main sponsor of the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are the main sponsor of the entire thing. So,
speaking of, if y'all are out there and you have some time, they do these cool little streams where they build computers for customers, and they stream it and they talk to chat and they chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be real helpful and be a pretty cool thing if Goat Locker people join those streams for now and again. Just said, "Hey, I'm so and so from Goat Locker." I think it'd be pretty cool. So, if you think about it, you see you're subscribed to them, which you should be. If you're not, shame on you. But go to one of their streams, shout them out, say, "Hey, you guys are doing awesome." Maybe watch the stream, learn a little bit, so you'll know where to plug the HDMI cord in. You don't plug it in the wrong spot. Might be informational as well as fun for the whole family. I don't know, but stop by the stream, say hello, say I'm so and so from Goat Locker. We love y'all because they do a lot for us, and we show that love back. So if you get a chance, do that. So cool. Going to the Sim Expo in Chicago in September.
Yep.
And
5th through the 7th, I believe.
Yep, 5th through the 7th. And that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got some new things with InVets.
I'm going to jump back up to SAVE22. Stop here and tell me when I get to talk about it, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Well, I didn't tell you had to talk about it. I was just merely offering a suggestion. I'm merely a captain of the ship. You're more than welcome to jump in the water anytime you'd like.
Okay.
All right, see y'all later. It was a good night. See you on the other side of the track.
What does that even mean?
On the other side of the track?
Yeah, on the other side of the
railroad tracks, man.
Oh. Is there something special on the other side?
Sometimes.
All right, fair enough.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're doing some really cool things with InVets. I'm going to go ahead and just take your prompt and I'm going to run with it because I don't want to upset you.
What about SAVE22?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to jump back now. But I had an incredible meeting today with Sarah. I was downtown at the Veterans Building in downtown Indianapolis. It's an awesome. If you've never been there, please do. It's really cool. A lot of resources within the building, and so I got a chance to sit with Sarah today for an hour and just talk about some of the things that they're doing, some of the things that we're doing, and how we can strengthen that partnership. So they're going to start hosting what they call summits. In different places here in Indiana where they bring a lot of veterans together. There'll be a lot of resources at these summits and speakers and things along those lines to talk about, things that are important to veterans, share resources that are important. And so they're starting to plan some of those out. Goat Locker Racing is going to be a part of that, which I think is incredible to be able to do that. So we'll start seeing some things along those lines. We're going to start ramping up. They have a new marketing company. I've got a meeting with their new marketing company coming up, so we're going to start ramping up some of the social media stuff as well to kind of show off just the partnership and all the cool things that they're doing and all the cool things we're doing. We definitely need to get Sarah back on the show. She was a whole heck of a lot of fun, and so she can talk more personally about some of the initiatives they got going. And then one of the things that we talked about today too is they're getting ready to start a fundraising campaign in the fall. And she's like, you guys over at Goat Locker Racing did an incredible job last time of helping us out, getting some donations in, but not only that, just spreading the word so we could get some more donations in. So when you all see that, do what you all do. Do what you do every time we ask you, hey, go save this, go share this, go like this, or, do those things again. Let's show all these people the love and support that they give us right back to them. So I can't wait to see some of those things start to roll out and be a part of some of the things they're doing and kind of show off a little bit what Goat Locker Racing is doing at the same time.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
What else, Pat?
I suppose we'll talk about SAVE22. They do a couple things. Not much from what I understand, but, they do a couple things. They do a lot. And it's so awesome. I think Albert's tuned in tonight. If he hung around for a little while, I saw him there for a second. John's probably out there doing God's work somewhere. That man is all over the place at any point in time. Trying to pin that man down is almost impossible nowadays because they are incredibly passionate about their mission. And they have so many incredible things happening right now. If you don't follow them on social media, I know Eddie beats up everybody about go to their YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. Tune into Tuesday Talk. If you tuned into this past week's Tuesday Talk, it was incredibly powerful. If you get a chance to go back and watch it, please do. There was a conversation between John and a veteran that was struggling with some stuff, and it was just an incredible show to watch and be a part of, and share with, and that's what they do. They're there to listen and to offer some advice. But through their partnerships, they're doing some really cool stuff. They did this whole cool giveaway for the Michigan Metal Fest. They had this whole prize pack going on and all this other stuff. And I'm like, this is freaking cool because I'm a heavy metal guy. Yeah. And I'm like, dang, that's pretty awesome. And then if you don't know, they are partnered with Lex Loon, who is an NHRA drag racer. I believe he runs Top Fuel. And they've done a lot of events with Lex Loon. SAVE22 is all over that car. Lex Loon shares a lot of things. And then through a connection, I got, Logan Sturgeon hooked up with him and Big Fish Barbecue. And then you've seen the stuff from Big Fish Barbecue, who's been out there cooking for Lex Loon. So this incredible little family that's kind of come together where we're all kind of sharing is awesome. But I believe it's this weekend coming up at the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series opener. They are inviting 125 veterans to that race, free of charge.
Wow.
To go out there in Hebron, Ohio. I don't know that 125 people live in Hebron, Ohio. Maybe they do. I don't know. I've never heard of it. It's somewhere in Ohio. So all you OH screaming people, you probably know all about it. But SAVE22 is doing some amazing things like that. They're bringing people to races. They're connecting them to people. They're building the sense of community around a lot of different things. They are relentless in their mission to branch out a little bit. They have their big annual golf outing coming up. They've done hikes. They are out there doing anything and everything they can to bring veterans together, to help them. And so when, we ask that the small thing, just go follow them. Go follow them on social media. See the cool things they're doing. And when they make that next announcement about, hey, we want to invite 125 veterans to a race, man, just throw your name in that. You're going. And you're going to meet some incredible people and make some friends and do some awesome stuff. So we talk a lot about SAVE22 here because they're an incredible partner of ours and they do a lot for us. But they're doing so much more out in the community. So go give them a like on Facebook. Go mash the subscribe button on YouTube. Tune into, Tuesday Talk every now and again. Even if you just hang out for 5 minutes, it counts in the little, analytics or whatever. But they're doing awesome stuff, man. And I couldn't be more proud to be hanging out with those guys, to be partnered with them, and just to kind of see where the future goes with them too.
Yeah. It's always great to see so many boots on the ground for all types of different veteran organizations. It's incredible some work that people are doing, and it's just all due to people and their desire to make a difference, man. It's just so cool. Well, we got the what about just keep going, Pat. I don't know why I'm teeing you up for the stuff that you wrote. Like this is all you, brother. Just jump right into the next one.
It's just a conversation, man. It's you said it from the very beginning. We're going to be laid back, not real structured. We're just going to have a conversation today.
I about showed some leg on stream. Look at that right there. He thought I was wearing a suit. Nope, wearing shorts.
I'm wearing cargo shorts. So, but that's kind of cargo shorts are awesome. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, we're going to be rolling out a survey here soon. Very simple. It's probably just going to be a Google form. And it's really just to kind of get a gauge on what we're doing. Get some feedback on what we're doing. And, there's going to be some very poignant questions in there too, just about, how Goat Locker Racing's impacted your life. Since you've joined, what are some of the things you've taken advantage of, or, how has it helped improve your mental health or worsened your mental health in some, probably in some cases, but we want to know. Again, we've been a full-fledged nonprofit for a little over 2 years at this point in time. And we've grown so big that it's time to get some really good data points and feedback from the entire family. So if you see it, please just take a couple minutes. We won't make it long. We won't make it painful. We're going to make it pretty short and to the point. Take the 5 minutes, fill it out for us. It helps us in so many different ways, and it's really just going to help us improve. So there's nothing else you got to tee me up for, Eddie. I've gone through the list. You don't have to be like, hey, you didn't do this, or you did do this.
Yeah, you did it all.
So
I'm proud of you.
You've already done the Warrior Spotlight. I'm not going to tee that up for you.
Well, I tell you what.
That's an amazing guy.
I'll tee myself up. Dadgummit, we had the old man bingo a couple weeks ago. That was pretty amazing. Which I didn't take credit for it, by the way. Had some people accuse me of taking credit for someone else's work. I did not. I properly said who made it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? We've been missing a little bit of the soapbox, man. I've been missing it. And honestly, it's because you guys. Y'all have been doing such a great job of not being buttholes to each other. And so it's taken me a few weeks to kind of collect good enough stuff. And honestly, I got to tip my hat to the people in the league. The league is, there's all kinds of people. At this point, I'd say Goat Locker may be one of the most diverse from top to bottom. Not joking. Just saying it as it's true, diverse from top to bottom leagues out there of just all different types and groups of people. And so the fact that we get along at all is actually really surprising. All kinds of ages. I think Noah Hogard is 19 years old, all the way up to, I think, folks like, don't
do it.
Brandon Wallace, I think he's about 86, 85, somewhere around in there. He's pretty old. Just young to super old, geriatric. I think a couple of nursing homes have some sim rigs set up to some of these guys race in. And so it's great. The community's great, super diverse, all kinds of different opinions and stuff like that. However, you know what? I'm proud of y'all. I'm happy. I think I've been the worst person here lately of getting into it with people. So I'll take that mantle for this week. This community has turned into a real positive thing. It's there's always been some hotheads from time to time. Anytime you get to a competitive thing, Pat, it seems like it's inevitability that you're going to have some irritation with somebody, disagreements, stuff like that. And that's what the soapbox is.
Can I summarize this for you?
Sure.
So what Eddie's really telling y'all is stop being so damn nice to each other. Give him some material. Let's go pick some fights, have it out, and then we can have a great soapbox segment.
It's something I thought I would never say.
Right.
I miss Jim Kaufman so damn bad. If you could come back, Jim, come back.
Come back.
Start
throwing some shade.
I need you to just come in, say your stuff after every race. I need that. That gives me, that's life to me. And we love it. We love everybody here. Everybody is unique, and its personalities are just unbelievable. It's so much fun. Even the ones that you get into it with, you can't stay mad for more than about 3-4 hours, and you're just like, all right, this is stupid. I'm gonna make up with this guy because it's too much fun. We have a great time. But the soapbox is a place where it's hidden from the public. If you join our Discord, you can't see it. But the drivers who in there have a place to come in and just let it rip. So it's not too long. Like I said, everybody's been nice. There's I'm sifting through a lot of people being nice in the soapbox, and I say, get that out of the soapbox. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see.
You did do that the other day.
I don't. Yeah, I was like, get this out of here. This doesn't
I forgot
belong.
about that.
Yeah, everybody's
like, hey, other channel.
Yeah, everybody's like, hey, it was okay, man. No problem. That was me. I probably could have done this. Like, get the heck out of here. This is not what this is for. Take that to general, Care Bear chat. But the soapbox is just a fun place to kind of kick off some steam, talk a little trash. Honestly, it's not just for being angry. It's also to get in there, talk trash, and have fun where maybe someone from the outside just didn't get it. And I think that's something that you have to remember a lot of times with these things is, we talk trash in very particular ways. If somebody from the outside saw that, they'd probably be like, what in the world's going on? So, yeah, it's there for a reason. And dadgummit if we don't like to highlight it from time to time. Being a poor admin, when I come in asking if I could show something to talk about my point of view, and I get told to frick off in general, and you leave, rubs me the wrong way. I'm just going to post this now since I'm out of the race. I lost control and I got out of the way. You frickers, you know who you are. Bitching on race comms for one isn't allowed. It doesn't help anyone. In fact, it's a negative effect and one that pisses me off. If you have a grievance, keep it out of the race. That's what this channel's for. End rant. Peace out. Have a great rest of the evening. I gave myself 24 hours to cool off before I said something last night that might have gotten me kicked. Here it is. Some of y'all, you really need to get your dicks kicked a couple of times. A couple hundred times maybe. Just maybe. You might start using your big head and not your dangly head. Some really stupid decisions made last night. And some just went plain brain dead. Karma's a bitch for coming for a couple of you. Oh, I can't read. These are actually well written for once, and I'm dying through them. All right, back into character.
Yeah, go.
I watched the race last night, early this morning, actually, and seeing that I fooled the broadcasters in that late race crash I got caught up in. They thought I had already used my fast repair, when actually I used it on that crash. I was just at pit entrance when it happened, and it just entered a closed pit to use it by the time they checked. I was already back on track, all better. And this is why I'm done speaking to you, because you just can't fix stupid.
It's true. It's true.
What's true? The 99 is terrible.
That is also true. But you can't fix stupid.
Can't fix stupid. Here, I'll start the soapbox out with the negative stuff. Why the frick are you trying to block on 49 old lap tires? Second, why the frick are lap down guys racing with position battles with 5 to go? Get the frick out of the way! I held my line. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I have to say about that.
Jen, hey.
Jen, hey. Hold your brakes!
Oh, you can't just yell like that, man.
I'm reading it just the way they wrote it.
All right.
Here's an idea. Quit trying to be a smartass and get an edge on a restart. Simply stay behind the dude in front of you like the rule says. Maintain position in line. Always somebody looking to split hairs and be a freaking prick. Just say you suck. We'll understand. Not a bad one. Not a bad.
No, not bad at all.
At all.
It's good to see people, slinging some good shade out there.
I know it was some good ones. I think half of those are might be somebody we know.
Maybe. Just maybe.
I'm not gonna name any names, but half of them come from one person, and it's always a good. He's a good source for some soapbox material. So appreciate all the hard work you do.
Thank you for
admin.
Yes.
So let's talk about the goat of the week. We just talked about poor admins. Let's talk about some cool folks. Who we got goat of the week. Goat of the week is just a fun way for us to make up some segment and make a cool logo. That's basically all it is. We really don't care about the people we talk about. It's just a way for us to kind of throw in something neat, make us feel like we're actually doing a podcast.
Yeah.
But goat of the week is a segment we do every week, and that's we highlight somebody in the Goat Locker community. Doesn't have to be, but normally it is. Somebody that we highlight and say, hey, they did this, somebody did this, blah, blah, blah. And so that's what this is. So, Pat, I'm going to let you go first and give you who's your go to the week.
That's always a dicey game because we don't talk about it before the show. I could steal yours. I could steal yours right now.
You could.
Now,
assuming I have one at this point.
Right. So this is one of two things. Yeah. This is a stall tactic because you don't. You're just going to let me talk for a couple of minutes and you're going to figure it out. I like it.
Yep.
I like it. So we welcomed two new goats to the family this week. So congratulations to Jake Reeves an Alexander Sex Hour on the birth of their children, and I think that's incredible. I think it's incredible. Both of them are doing, Jake Reeves, the redneck announcer. If you don't know his real name is Jake Reeves. Everybody knows him as the redneck announcer. I can't tell you how happy we are to have him back in the family. I can't tell you how happy the audience is to have him back. And he welcomed his first child into this world, and that is just amazing. And he shared it with everybody. If you follow him on social media, you've seen pictures of him and his wife. So that was incredible. And then, like a couple of days later, then, Alexander Sex Hour. It sounds so weird when I say that. I'm just going to stop saying his last name. It doesn't sound right to me at all. It's his name, but, Sim Rig recipient number 10, Marine Corps veteran, student at Lincoln Tech, had their second child. And I got to see some pictures. He texted me some pictures, and of course, everybody saw it in Discord as well. So my goats of the week are actually baby goats. They're, and as Logan Threckhild pointed out, like I didn't know, they're called kids. Baby goats are called kids. Yeah. Are the newest members to the Goat Locker Racing family. Those brand new babies that came this past week. My goats of the week. My kids of the week.
Awesome. Nice. I like it.
There we go.
Well, my goats of the week are going to be, Ken Huber is going to be one of them for jumping in on a broadcast. We needed to fill some broadcasts for Jake being out and a couple others that needed to be off. And Ken Huber jumped in. Daniel Cunningham is going to be jumping in on a broadcast. So definitely appreciate those guys. So those are going to be my goats of the week. Very, very particular goats of the week, but I appreciate the help and I appreciate when people jump in. That's one thing we've talked about, trying to create this group of people that want to put on cool shows and support each other. And that's what's really cool is that, we have people ready to jump in. As soon as I say, hey, I need somebody, boom, somebody messages me and says, hey, we're jumping in. So I appreciate them for jumping in. Jacob also reached out about some one or two, I think, as well. So a lot of people out there wanting to be a part of it and jumping in when it's needed. So and so far the broadcast has been pretty cool, huh?
Oh, they've been amazing. It's always fun to watch, and it's such a. We talk about it a lot, and we should talk about it a lot. It is one of the most incredible things to have this team that all volunteered. To do these jobs, to come be producers, announcers, all those different types of things. And they've put the work in. They put an incredible amount of work in.
Yep.
And one of the funnest things about watching these broadcasts is there are people. They know us.
Yeah.
And so you get this really personal broadcast because they know the drivers behind the wheel of the car. They've known them for years. They've raced with them. They've banged doors with them. They've done whatever. And so to have that type of relationship between this announcing team, which we've never had that consistently. We've had it in little spurts here and there. We've changed things around, but we didn't have that. And now that's across all of our broadcasts. And it's been incredible. And the amount of work they put in. Haven't skipped a beat one time. I do want to kind of put one thing out there. I don't want to brag, too much because they're incredible. Somebody needs to check on Jeremy Gardner. He's been in the chat just throwing a lot of love.
Yeah.
And he's been in Discord recently, just a lot of love. And it's very strange.
Yeah. He sent $5 as well. So I don't to ATYL Media, I do believe. So Taylor Kitchen has $5 and it says here, I guess if you spend $5, you get to show it on the chat. So there you go. Super chat for $5. I'm not reading it because it's weird.
They and Pat are my babies.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks for the $5. It's not going to us, but
No.
I'm sure Taylor will use that in a great way. No, we love Jeremy Garner. Appreciate all of y'all being in chat. Jeremy, why have you been racing, dude? What's going on? Maybe that's what's going on. He hasn't been racing, so he hasn't been wrecked in a race by either one of us or something here lately. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just needs to get back on track, get the anger fuel back going up again.
Yeah.
Because he can provide some very good soapbox material as well. I mean, he really can. So, but no, man, I mean, the broadcasts have been incredible. That team's incredible. I get to see the broadcast chat and all that other stuff too. And then, yeah, like you were talking about, you put the call out for help and like 3 people's like, yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, now it's already covered, and yeah, what a horrible problem to have, right?
Yeah.
We've got too many people volunteering and not everybody can jump in. So, I mean, dude, yeah. And if you don't go watch the races live because you're either racing in it or I don't know, you had knitting class that night or whatever the case may be. Go back and watch it, man. Catch the highlights, whatever it is, man.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Well, we need likes and shares for sure. That's one thing that I put out, about 6 months ago, and that hasn't really changed. I know it's easy to kind of forget and not do it, and nobody's forcing you to do it. But if you want more people to watch your broadcast, you want more people to see your races or your sponsor, your paint schemes or whatever, and Goat Locker, more importantly, you want to see Goat Locker kind of break out of kind of transcend where we are. That's the only way to do it. We can share. We post the broadcast that go on VSpeed and a great platform. But we need y'all to share them. We need people to go see it. We've had a few people that what is this? What is this? How can I be a part of this? All this stuff happens when you share like that. New people, new eyeballs get in there. All it takes is one strike of a match, and boom, you go viral. So that's all it takes. And so you have to keep sharing. You have to keep letting the algorithm, when people, are on YouTube and they're searching iRacing stuff and they keep searching iRacing, that puts them in that algorithm. And if Goat Locker's, engagement is high enough, it gets thrown into that feed. And if we're lucky, they click on it and boom, it's like, what is this? So definitely worth continuing to hit that like button, especially now that we're all in one spot. It should be easier to find. All that's worth it every time you can do that. Besides just watching it and just being active in chat like most of you are. So appreciate everybody that's been a part of it. Appreciate the whole team that's been doing these broadcasts. They put a lot of work into it. I'm gonna be honest, more than I thought that people would be willing to do. But they show up way early for your shows to make sure that it's done right. They talk outside of the broadcast time to make sure that everything is set up the way they're supposed to be. Getting better, learning. I mean, Lucas Lyon's been doing all kinds of cool stuff with the videos for the IndyCar, all stuff that he decided to do on his own. Nobody told him to do that. Nope, it's just stuff he does on his own. Just really cool to see that type of environment be here where people are being creative, and it's honestly just a lot of fun. So it's fun to work with other people. I'm going to be jumping in on some broadcasts where people need to be out, and so it's going to be fun to jump in, work with some of these folks. So the broadcast stuff has been honestly too easy. Like I keep waiting for it to sort of fall apart some way. That's the way my mind works. I'm always waiting for the bad thing to come because it happened too easy. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. The broadcasts have been amazing. I couldn't be happier for how that's turned out. So it's like we've got some people in chat. I'll get this chat up on the screen so we can read it. Looks like another super chat from Jeremy Garner that says, I'll send another $5. Shout out to Taylor for everything she does. I like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. And Skylar Daly says he found Goat Locker through the old Google. How about that? That's pretty cool. Let's see. I found GLR and the tags on one of Justin Yee's tutorial videos. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I remember you had Justin Yee in here doing coaching sessions for a little while. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. We've done a lot of different things, and we try to get the word out there as far and as wide as we can. But I mean, the best way to do it is just like you explained. I mean, you just go on YouTube, go to VSpeed, go find one of our races, mash the like button, and bounce.
No, don't do that. No, mash the like button and then leave a comment, please.
There we go.
That's one thing that we suffer very really bad with is we don't have any comments on a lot of our shows. When you comment, this is too much in the weeds. Who cares about this? But if you like and comment, that's just super good engagement and it boosts it up a lot quicker, exponentially. So if you can leave a bunch of comments, like every time we have videos and there's a list of comments like this, that is a great thing for YouTube. So I don't know. we have live chat, but it's cool to go in there if you watch and just have something you thought about in the race. Wow, that was a cool pass for the finish. It was cool to see this guy win. Oh, it was a bummer what happened to Ken Huber on Tuesday night. It was funny what happened between Brandon and Eddie in the IndyCar series. Whatever you can think of after the race, type it in there as a comment. Just helps. And it just helps keep everything engaged. When people go and look, they see a bunch of comments. It just looks more lively. So, yeah. Skylar said we could pay Jeremy $20 to leave a bunch of comments.
He will do a lot of things for $20.
That's a lot.
We'll just leave it at that.
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
Well, yeah. So the summer series has been kicking butt, man.
Yes.
It's honestly supposed to be this chill thing, but it honestly feels like a fall spring series. It's impossible to make something just people don't care. It's like it's not that you're not supposed to care. It's just supposed to be a little more laid back, a little bit easier. Yeah, but
supposed to be.
You got these badass broadcasts. You got these awesome racers in here, super competitive racers. You got badass admins who are putting together great seasons and schedules that are fun to do. The IndyCar series is still having 50. We're 5 races in, having 15 drivers show up for a track that you have to buy that you may never race again, and that's incredible versus the last time that we did IndyCar. So. I think you got SRX tonight. You got GT3 on Friday, and they're going to be super populated. So far success by a mile for the summer series.
Yeah, it's been. I can't say it any better than you just said it. The summer series is always supposed to be our time to kind of wind down a little bit and have a couple fun things. We throw a couple fun things out there, SRX, and we bring IndyCar back. And no. We throw these incredible broadcasts together. I mean, we're doing 4 of them. We've got these series that have been, I won't say ultra competitive, but they've been very competitive. And guys out there fighting for the wins and all kinds of craziness. And we tried, Eddie. I mean, we tried to slow it down.
Well, there's been a lot of outside, guys coming in to these different series. We've got some guys that race in the Sunday that have been racing sort of in the Monday, and some, rolling over into Tuesday. We got somebody in another country that gets up at 2 a.m. in the morning while his family's sleeping to race the 87s with us. Peter Smantana. Just incredible the different folks that we have. I mean, we've got. The IndyCar series has been, really well liked by a lot of newer members. We've always been sort of an oval league, but the IndyCar GT3 stuff has really taken a life of its own.
Has
in the because there's so many people that enjoy that type of racing. And man, what a cool thing this summer series has been. I told my wife the other night, I was like, I cannot wait to get home and race this damn IndyCar race, which is a thing I've never said before in my life.
I love the car, man. It's a challenge. It's just a different challenge. And sometimes it's what you need to kind of spark your own interest back up a little bit, kind of get the juices flowing for you. And IndyCar can be fun. You just got to figure out a couple of things. You got to figure out if you're on an oval, you've got a weight jacker. And you got to figure out if you're on a road course or a street course, you got this crazy thing called push to pass, and you can mess with some roll bars while you're actually driving, from corner to corner and things along those lines. I mean, once you figure a couple of those things out, those things are an absolute blast. And I'm still trying very hard, and I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. It may happen that IndyCar is here to stay. There's been quite the interest in it, and I think it's a great thing for Goat Locker Racing. I will tell you right here and right now, the sports car series is probably never going anywhere. It is here to stay.
Yeah.
Bar none. I mean, and that is a huge testament to what Tim Jones has done. And I don't say nice things about Tim Jones because he's just not a nice person. But for putting together a sports car series, he found his niche, and he's done incredible with it. And the attention that series has got, how people are excited to go race in it. Sports cars is not going anywhere. What we need to do is find a sponsor for it and put it on the air. And we're working hard behind the scenes to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, it's unbelievable. And the racing is good. And to me, it's fun because I get burned out on oval racing really bad. And it's easy when you have 4 series a week that it's oval and you go in there. And I've been oval racing, the whole entire time I've been on iRacing, and you just get burnt out. And so the burnout can manifest in a couple different ways. You either just really hate racing and you hate showing up, you just get frustrated, or you just take some time off and you don't race for 6 months and we see you again 6 months later. But that's kind of where I'm at with oval racing. I'm not having fun with it right now. I don't really enjoy it. But then I get in an Indy car and I'm like, okay, what is this thing? How does this work? What
Mhm.
does this knob do? And it just kind of reignites the love.
Mhm.
And we were going around Sebring hitting those bumps and stuff, and I was getting on the gas and I heard that little that twin turbo, what is it, a V6 or just a 6 or whatever, I don't
Mhm.
really know what it is, but and I just heard the sound and I was like, dude, that's badass, which is something I really never said about an Indy car. And so it's been
Yeah.
fun to get all that going, learn about it, do the
Yeah.
strategies, and that kind of reignites it. Of course, GT3 is like a love I never knew I was, I went and watched the F1 movie. Have you seen the F1 movie yet?
I have not.
Okay. Went and saw it. I like it. I think it's great. Honestly, it's a fantastic movie. You gotta just like when you watch Days of Thunder, which is not all right, by the way. It's great. Noah
True.
Hogard,
He doesn't know
fine,
anything.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
But no, you got to let some things go. It's a movie made for all kinds of people. But I tell you, one of my favorite scenes was right at the beginning of the movie. He races in the Rolex 24 in a Porsche, and I was unbelievably blown away, like how well done that part was. And I was like, I love GT3s. F1's fine, but GT3s are freaking amazing. And honestly, the GT3 race at the beginning of the movie, which is supposed to tee up the rest of it,
Right.
honestly the coolest part of the movie. And bar none. They screwed themselves because they led with the heavy hitter, which was IMSA and the Daytona 24. I'm gonna be honest. If you
Mhm.
haven't seen it, that first initial scene is great. I mean, I got chills and stuff. That's how much I just love racing, and I just can't believe that IMSA has sort of eluded me all these years.
It's fun, man. I enjoy road racing a lot more than I ever thought I would. The more you get into it, and the more you race it, the more it just becomes enjoyable. And if you're like me, I like to think when I'm racing. And
Yep.
sometimes with oval racing, you just kind of get into a groove or whatever the case is. But you can't do that in sports car racing. You can't do that in IndyCar racing.
Yeah.
Because, in IndyCar racing, even if you're on an oval, you're constantly changing things lap after lap. You're
Yeah.
trying to figure out how that car is going to draft up. Is it not going to draft up? Am I behind 3 cars or 2 cars? Because
Mhm.
that changes where I put this weight jacker because I'm starting to plow when I go into the corner when I'm in traffic. Well,
Right.
now I'm out front. Or if you're on that street course and you've got to go through the strategy of, when do I put the reds on, and when do I go to the harder compound tires, and how much of a stint do I want to do on those? Do I do an undercut or an overcut? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just all of that's just a whole lot of fun, man. And IMSA and GT3 brings all that in as well. Whether you're playing your fuel strategy, whether you're playing, do I even need to take tires? Do I not take tires?
Yeah.
Throw a little weather in there too. And that, when do you put the wets on? When do you take them off? Is there a dry line? I mean, it just, for race fanatics, it
Yeah.
just adds more to it. It really, really does.
Well, if you love racing, normally you like cars,
True.
and they're just every machine that's at the top level of racing is just awesome. Like all the technology and stuff that goes into it, just how awesome they are. The Indy cars are badass. F1, I mean, there's no doubting the technology is amazing. Just what they have, the way
Yeah.
that they make those cars go around those tracks as fast as they do, and is they're so sensitive they have to have DRS because there's so much downforce they lose, compared to others. So and then GT3s is just that love of cars. If you love
I
cars,
agree.
if NASCAR was built from that.
Mhm.
IMSA is the springboard to NASCAR. NASCAR is just the end point of just letting things go for maybe a little bit too long, because IMSA is sort of what it's supposed to be, but road racing.
Mhm.
It's a well, let's try to make sure it looks and acts like a production car, and you can go get a Mustang called the
Mhm.
Mustang GTD that is very similar to that GT3 car. It's road,
Mhm.
it's road legal.
Mhm.
So it's just cool. The cars are awesome. even the cars that I wouldn't buy, or when they're on track, they just look amazing. I think that's the love of racing. That's that why do you watch these cars do whatever? If they're going in circles, taking left or right. Well, it's because it gives me chills when I hear that Mustang fly by, or when I see that Porsche come by, or when I see X, Y, and Z, car racing. That it all gives me chills, and that's the beauty of, I think, like sports car racing.
I agree.
Is that. And in the IndyCar series, it's fun when you can do stuff like this, or you have things like this happen. I'm trying to share my screen. Yeah, I was trying to.
This probably isn't good.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, is it? Oh,
it's hilarious.
I stand corrected.
All right, let's see if I can share this. Hide the chat. All right, there we go. Let me maximize it, and let me get it a little bit closer. We won't show where Jake dumped Regis Clark for the win. We won't show that part, but we will show a little battle between me and
Brandon Evans.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
This is the white flag final lap. Me and Brandon Evans have been just going back and forth. We're nobody's even close. We're so terrible that the leaders are 20 seconds ahead of us. Yeah. And so it's coming down to just me and him on this final lap. I screw up and let him get through. And there's Jake Ellingson getting the win.
What a fun track, man.
Yeah. Just banging. Boom, 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 boom as you're going through there. There you go. Jacob Ellingson takes the win. You hear Ken Huber, Daniel Cunningham on the call.
Whatever you were trying to show us.
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, sorry.
It's coming right now.
Sorry.
There it is right here.
Oh. Ouch.
So me and Brandon Evans go to the final corner, and we just both send it and just yeet ourselves, and that is the finish for sixth. Let's see if we can get we'll wait for the replay here. I think here's our instant replay of it. It's one of the, I giggled for so long as we were both we sent it. We had push to pass and everything. Cars just would not stick, hit those bumps, and boom. There and our transmissions are just shot.
Yeah.
And
that was a good move.
No, it was not a good move. It was a terrible spot to make a move. But I got the little push to pass going, got a little toe down this little stretch, and we both just I was going to follow him and just drive it in further than him, and apparently he was driving in further enough to go right into the wall. And then I'm stuck in third gear right here, just going wah, wah, and then right here, fifth, sixth, it catches, and my right rear is digging into the pavement. You can't see it on the replay, but on my screen, it's just laying down rubber as I was able to get around him. So
very nice. Congratulations on that sixth place finish.
I know. It's we even got an interview for a sixth place finish. I laughed at that. Todd really wanted me to get on screen, and so we made sure that happened.
The things you got to do for your sponsors, man.
That's it, man.
The things you've got to do.
But yeah, just stuff like that. I mean, I laughed so much after the fact. I went back and watched it today, told my wife about it. She laughed. I showed it to her for sixth place. That's how fun these series are. So if you're not in it, might as well join. I mean, this is the kind of fun you have. Imagine having so much fun finishing sixth, just getting clobbered. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, been some really good. There's been some good racing, some good drama. The point standings, we really don't care about the Summer Series point standing. I think that's the one unique thing so far about the Summer Series is that nobody's really talking about points. Nobody cares about points. We're not doing playoffs. Nope. We might put a point standings graphic up before the races, but I don't hear anybody talking about their position in points. I think you made a post about that just to kind of
for the midway point.
Yeah, midway point. But I think people are happy about that. But it's not something that people are constantly talking about. So it just shows that people, I think, are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they are too. And I can't wait. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't wait to see how these last 3 weeks wrap up. Who are the the Summer Series champions? We'll ship the trophies out and all that other kind of fun stuff too. Be a cool little thing. But yeah, and then it's then we'll take our 3-week off week, our little break. And then we're going to slam right into the fall series. And, this is where the meat and potatoes of Goat Locker Racing happens, because we go from fall to 3 weeks off to spring. So our 2 big seasons are like back to back. So this is like our 9-month long, NASCAR season getting ready to happen. Right. And so we're going to start putting a lot of work into the fall series over the next few weeks. We want to start making announcements right after the summer series is ended. So we're going to start talking to the admin team a little bit too about, the mainstays of Goat Locker Racing are going to be there. The Glove Station ARCA series will be there. We will go back to the Pro-Am splits for that. That is such an incredible time. It's such an incredible series. Has just an enormous following, so that's coming back. I think we should bring the team championship back too. I think that would be an amazing thing as well. For the ARCA series, 1 pro driver, 1 AM driver. Whoever came up with that idea it's nothing short of a genius.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights, I'm not real sure yet. We're going to see what happens.
Let's not announce anything. Unless something's solid. Let's not get any hopes up. But I mean, it's I've enjoyed the hell out of this summer series. It's been a lot of fun to watch and be a part of. The ARCA series has been really, really competitive.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would like to just remind people is that, the ARCA series is really meant to sort of be a noob-friendly zone. I know that the road courses, the road course series, GT3s have kind of been a nice place for people to race and not be so stressed out. But don't forget now, there's some new folks that are racing in these ARCA races. So, somebody does something wrong, makes a mistake, that's part of it. So just be aware of that. The ARCA series is sort of that breeding ground for that. But the 87 series has been unbelievable. The competition there has been crazy. We tried to do a little waiver rounds this week. That didn't work. I don't know what happened there, but I don't know what's going on. But man, those cars just put on a dang good show. Like Darlington, of all the tracks you would think would have a lot of cautions.
Nope.
Didn't. We only had like 3, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't much. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And and that's one of those tracks that you're almost praying for cautions, because it's just eating tires.
Yeah.
Especially
was it tough to drive? Like, did it kind of wear you out, or is it pretty easy to drive?
Did you really just ask that question?
I'm just
name me a track that car is easy to drive on.
You got me there. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're muscling that big son of a bitch around the entire time. The brake. If anybody ever complains about the brakes in a next gen car, go drive an 87. I don't think it has brakes. Like, trying to slow that stupid thing down is impossible. Like, when you go into 3 normally at Darlington, you apply a little bit of brake, you float it into the corner, let it go up to the wall, get back on the gas, right?
Yep.
That's a typical, line there at Darlington.
Mm-hmm.
Not in that damn car. You go into 3, you mash the holy dog shit out of that brake pedal. You're praying to Jesus or whoever you pray to that it actually slows down before it just slams the damn wall.
Yeah.
And then you try to gas the thing up, and it's like, nah, we're just going to get really loose on you. That thing, it's fun. I mean, you have just an incredible time with that thing. And you talk about a corner that car was not designed for, and that's turns 1 and 2 at Darlington.
Mm-hmm.
It just wants to slide up to the wall. It never wants to grip up, because typically you slide it up to the wall, you gas it up a little bit, ride the wall, kind of bring it down and come out.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't want to come back down the hill. And if it does come back down the hill and you gas it up, now it just wants to break loose.
Oh, the coolest thing I saw from that race was Dakota Floyd, who was a new driver that joined, and he had a hell of a start to the race and burned his tires up. But there was one point in the race where, if you go back and watch the broadcast, he had slid the rear tires at one point, and for probably another 5 to 10 laps, he was going in the corner, and his car was doing this in the middle of the corner. I mean, he was just holding on for dear life. But that's what I love about those cars, is that he was able to still be sort of competitive. I mean, it ultimately killed his that run, but he was still able to hang on to it. And that's what I like. I like this side by side racing. People do lean on each other, and it seems to be okay. Like, I don't know how y'all feel, but like, you go to the trucks or even the Xfinity cars, they're so yawed out in a very particular way that once you make a little bit of contact, the person's going around.
Yeah.
Where in the 87s, you really have to give it some oomph, like J Cam did to Brandon Wallace. We got some beef, and spun his ass out.
The hell out of the damn way.
Get out of the way, Brandon.
That's the solution to that.
But it takes a lot to kind of spin those cars out. You can
It
really
does.
lean on each other, and it's put on. I mean, some awesome battles.
Mhm.
Even so much that people make contact, and I think they're normally a little stressed out about that. Like, what are you doing? But it's okay. It's okay to make contact in those. Those cars can handle it.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of
but
fun.
yeah. Well, and talking about the '87 series, we got something we had so much fun doing the paint scheme
Yeah.
bracket challenge
Here we
for
go.
the old school. It was just a NASCAR
It was.
paint scheme overall. Just kind
Mhm.
of throw a bunch of names in the hat. We'll see what sticks. And this time we're going to do an in-house '87 paint scheme
Love it.
competition. So we kind of put it out there as
Love it.
hey, put your best schemes in there. Some people are going to be really upset they didn't remember to put their schemes in there, but I don't care. We'll do it again later. But we got about 19 people, so the bracket's a little weird.
Somebody automatically get a buy?
Yes, well, quite a few people automatically got a buy, and I'm gonna get it up right.
Oh,
Meow.
well, you know what I'm saying.
Well, no, you when you see it, it's gonna be funny.
All right.
I think if it'll show. Hello.
Maybe. Oh, no, that's just you.
Hello.
That's
Hello?
a bigger.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
you got this. You got this.
Okay.
Here we
All
go.
right. So we'll maximize this, and then we'll try to make.
Oh. Nope.
Okay, there we go.
Here we go.
All right, so these are the brackets. So yeah, like I said, it's a little weird. So there's already cards in the. I just randomly put these in here. There's no particular order, but you got the semifinals, and then we've got a pre-round is what it's called. So today this is up. I'm gonna send you the link in chat. Boom.
Hey.
Excuse me. This is my first time on the internet.
I know. It's okay. We'll step you through it.
I'm gonna paste it in the chat here. It's not a keylogger. It's a link, and it should be ready to go. So you should be able to click on that and start voting for the pre-round now. If you can somehow vote for the semifinals, don't do that. I don't think it's started. No, it hasn't. Okay. So you should be able to go ahead and start voting for the pre-round. But here's the paint schemes. We'll look through them real quick. I didn't really name them just because I didn't want any kind of like.
Sure.
It's
Mike Browning right there.
Well, okay. So I didn't want any bias. Just picked based on the scheme, so I didn't put anybody's names there. But yeah, that's the number 4 burnouts for Bennett. Black Sheep number 4 machine. Really cool retro schemes that the Black Sheep guys have done this season. So they're all in there. They posted theirs. I love it. And a little fake taxi number 58 Chevy.
Got it. Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
I was just gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Somebody tell us what fake taxi is, please.
So that's the pre-round. So they'll be fighting to get into the semifinals right here in this group. There's the other pre-round. So you've got this number 24 Alexander PCs, Davey Allison.
There we go.
Remake here. That's a solid scheme. And then you got Bojangles. If you ever had a Bojangles biscuit, this one ought to just get your tummy rumbling. And he's done a lot of rumbling in Tuesday night. I mean, he hit the inside wall of Mr. Calvert, knocked the inside wall down at Darlington. So this paint scheme was not looking good the other night. But they're going to go head to head this week.
Yep.
And then the other pre-round is this 83 Goat Locker Goodwrench type scheme. Okay. And I'm a little nervous about putting this one in here because I put the Dale Earnhardt one in the other one, and it went all the way. So we'll see. We'll see. He's going up against a really nice. This is
that's clean.
Yeah, it's super modern for an 87 car, but in a clean way. Mm-hmm. It looks good. I like chrome numbers.
Well, of course.
All right, and then we'll go through here. We'll see who ends up against the GOAT paint scheme, the DuPont Goat Locker. If you don't know who this is, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
We all should know who's making these schemes here. Here's a little Black Sheep versus.
Ooh.
You got the 085 right here. I honestly, this is my favorite. Not to kind of, but I love. Nobody really used the.
It's got that video game look to it, like an old like Nintendo game.
Yeah, it looks. Whoever I don't know who painted these. I don't
know who does their cars,
but like I love the numbers in a weird way. Like I shouldn't like it.
Why?
But I think it looks awesome. I think
It's
it's
like a
such
gold
a
leaf.
cool looking car.
Yeah.
Do what?
It's like a gold leaf.
What's that? I don't know what a gold leaf is.
All right, moving on.
All right.
All
And
right.
then here's Jake Cam's car. Which
You didn't name anybody else, but you just jumped out there. This is Jake Ham's car.
Well, you know what I do like about this scheme? The colors are, the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I like that, but the stars I really like.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
makes it. I don't know. It sets it back in that time where people were using stars
Mhm.
in really overabundant ways. Yeah, I really enjoyed this scheme, and it's been up front a lot this season.
It has very much so.
We'll move down here into this group down here. You've got the 158.
Okay. Yeah.
Joe's snowblowers scheme, and that will
Sure.
go against the winner of
Yep.
the Bojangles Davey Alexander PC scheme.
Mhm.
Then you've got a couple more of these Goat Locker, retro throwbacks. You got a Goat
Okay.
Locker Racing Haviland
Mhm.
28,
Sharp. Very sharp.
and one of my favorites.
Oh, there
Another
we go.
one of my favorites.
Old Folds car.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the way schemes were.
Mm-hmm.
Just
100%.
Yeah, just a completely solo color all the
Mhm.
way. Different accents, highlights here and there. I even think, he nailed the bottom, where the splitter would be if it was modern, all the way down the bottom, the trim, and then the spoiler matching the numbers. To me, it's a perfect scheme. I love the chrome wheels to go along with it. So that's going to be a tough one. We go up here. You've got an 84 SAVE22. Nice little Goat Locker logo on the front.
Dig it.
A lot of Goat Locker and a lot of red and black on that one. That'll go up against the red and black schemes here. So there's going to be a red and black showdown. We're going to get rid of those quickly. This nice little deal. You got a Cruising Classics double alt 0.
Yeah.
Winchester.
Yeah.
So a little bit of Arial font there on the back end, and then another favorite of mine, the Goat Locker Racing Mountain Dew
yes, sir.
logo. I'm pretty sure this is Jamie Lipke's doing, and if it's not, somebody please let me know. But I'm pretty sure Jamie Lipke made that logo, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
it looks so good.
Yeah, that's an incredible car.
I don't know. There's a couple of these. I'm gonna be surprised if they don't make it very far, because they're incredible. Then you got the 37 Big Fish barbecue. I love this scheme's awesome too. These are all great and super talented, creative people in our league, man. Yeah. So cool. SAVE22 there on the front. What is that? What is this based off of? I can't remember.
I was trying to place that one as too. I mean, the back of it looks like Kmart.
Yeah, for sure.
The way the Big Fish is, but
somebody help us out in chat. What is this SAVE22 based off of? I'm struggling.
I can't place it right now.
We'll see once somebody posts.
The back's Kmart, definitely.
Yeah. And then this is not the best picture I could have picked. He had another one that didn't look as good either, but I can only put one picture. But honestly, a nice chrome scheme. And he's been really adamant that chrome gets on there. The broadcast, he's been messaging me like, hey, look, I've got this chrome spec map, and it's not showing up. And I see why, because it looks really, really clean, especially when you get it under some lights. It definitely looks pretty good.
I think that car is automatically disqualified because it has the state of Ohio on the side of it.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
But one cool thing, if I could show it. Oh, I can't.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, all right. Look at that. One thing I do love that he did is he did a contingency little group right here of all of Goat Locker's.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. You've got Die Hard crane cams. That's sort of like the normal sponsors, and you got Goat Locker logo. But that right there is a really cool idea, and I think he made that available for everybody. I think he made it.
I saw a couple contingency packs out there that the guys put together. Yeah, so there's always so much really cool stuff being shared by these guys that are painting and throwing these schemes together, and they've taken our logo, which is trademarked, and they didn't ask permission for, so sorry about the lawsuit coming. But they've modified it to these other ones, the Mountain Dew and the DuPont car, and I mean and they've taken the SAVE22 logo and done what they've done here on the hood of the car.
Yeah,
I mean it's so freaking cool, man.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. I mean, you guys are really, really cool at making. I mean, just having some really good ideas.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Then finally down here at the bottom, you've got I'm not supposed to tell who it is, but the number 10 GLR. This is a sort of a unique one
It
because
is.
it sort of has like a design as its base with some like gray silver chrome. It honestly looks really good under the lights. It looks really solid.
It does.
And it stands out, and it's one of the very few Pontiacs that I see out there on the track.
Very true.
And then the goat. It honestly, I've really enjoyed this scheme because I like the black.
Yeah.
Is that who painted this?
That's a Jamie Barkus special right there. He paints all my cars.
Oh, does he? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's actually very, very good at it. I mean, he doesn't do, a lot of them out there for a lot of people. But if you see, some of the schemes that Jake Ellenson runs, almost every scheme that I run,
Jake Ellingson.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Jamie's the one that paints them for us. And when I asked him to redo my jam car, this is what he came up with, and I'm like, dude, that is incredible. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I like the creamsicle thing that you got going on with Jam Printing Promotions, but I feel like the black just is like it made it pop like unreal. When the first time I saw this, I don't know, it tickled my fancy. But yeah, this is one of your better schemes that I think you've ever driven. Honestly, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, all credit goes to Jamie.
Yeah, well. Oh man, so these are gonna be some tough ones. You can I think you can vote for it now. I published the link, and I'll publish it in the Goat Talk link thing, and you can click on that. And you should be able to vote for these, and then they'll move on, and then we'll do the semifinals next week, and we'll start to whittle them down, and we'll have a champion. And I don't know, whoever posted it will be the one that gets stuff, but I feel like Skylar Daly painted like damn near half these cars, so I might
one way or another he's winning, right?
I was gonna say we'll have to figure something out to give him something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's been a major part of a lot of this stuff, and of course, Jamie Lipke did say that they made the Mountain Dew logo. Let's see what else. Jacob Linke said that this one right here is Wins, WYNN.
Is that a grocery store?
It must be. It must be.
I think it is.
I can't remember.
I think.
But yeah.
All right.
Pretty cool logo. But there it is. There's your Goat Talk Cup 87. It should be 87 series paint scheme. So this is our in-house deal. So vote for your favorite paint schemes, and we'll get down to the end and have a little fun voting. I think it's always fun to do these little brackets, and what's cool about this little bracket software, so we can do all kinds of things. So this will be something that I think we keep going. I don't even care if y'all like it or not. I don't really care if anybody likes this. I think it's fun. I think it's fun for y'all to go in and vote for stuff, and so we'll come up with some more interesting things to vote on and have these brackets. And it's also a fun way for us to kind of give away stuff that that we like to do. So go vote. Go vote. All right. Well, we've been going for quite a while, but
lots to catch up on, though. Lots of stuff to catch up on. Lots of things to talk about, and it's been a blast. It's been a while since we had like a little longer of a show. We just hung out and we talked and we interacted with people, so it's been a blast here tonight.
Yeah, this has been a really good show. So let's see. Checking through the chat, make sure we don't miss any comments before we go. Josh Unger says 3 weeks of no racing. What the heck am I going to do? Figure out how to go left? Alan Smith
we will have some stuff.
Yeah. Alan Smith says, I rewatched the 87 series for all the competition. Noah Hogard says, I would be so excited if we brought the team thing back. So I guess we have to do it now. Let's see. Who's this Pat? Never seen her. That is Brandon Wallace. Let's see. Pat wrecks people less on road than he does in oval. Okay. These are all good comments.
Right. Anything else you'd like to share, Eddie?
Noah says, I'm currently experiencing a bit of iRacing burnout. Sad face. Well, that's That's the beauty of iRacing. It's going to be here when you get back. We already
Sure.
said that one. I can make a bracket on just my cars. Yeah, Skylar,
100% he could.
you're the man.
Yeah.
You're the man. He works 24 hours on a boat. For people who don't know, that's crazy. They're like 24-hour shifts or something like that. It's something nuts. Or is it 12-hour shifts? I'm not sure. I should know this. But he works like.
Well, is he on a
incredibly
ship
long.
or is he on a boat?
Oh, I feel like this is a trap.
I don't know. I mean,
All right, guys. See y'all later. Y'all have a
it was
good
a great
night.
show.
Bye.